Hey everybody, welcome into the Beehive. I'm your host, TheBee LLC. And this is where we stack precious metals like it's pollen and nectar. Our pollen is silver, our nectar is gold. Preserving our wealth is honey of old, and like ancient metals, we hold our own. So, welcome in everybody. Space Miner, Jake's Custom Parts. Good to see you guys. Happy New Year. Hope it's going to be a fun one. Definitely be interesting in the metals, I have no doubt. And hopefully we're going to be joined by Ian here soon. So, in the meantime, let's take a look at the charts. We have silver got slammed down to 71.87. Isn't that kind of crazy? Slammed down to the 70s. So, yeah, not something really to complain about, if you ask me. So that is where silver is at the moment. Let's look at the platinum. That's been on the move lately. It's down a bit, but again, another one that's not too bad. It's not wanting to show me the actual chart. There we go. On the day, we're down a little. We were up to 20. I think we got to 22, didn't we, in platinum there at one point? Yeah. Oh, 24. We got to 24.81 in platinum. Nice. And we got knocked back down to 20.76. Let's look at palladium. And it had a little spike up to a little over $2,000. But about $2,000 there for a while, and now we're down to 16. That was a heavy hammer down on the palladium. $400 down. Woo! Rockamas, good to see you. Happy New Year. Welcome in. I hope you are well. Happy New Year to all you and yours. And yeah, let's hope that Ian is soon to drop by. If one of you guys wants to hop up here in the meantime, in case the old lady got a hold of him and twisted his ear and he doesn't make it. That almost happened to me. All right, let's see if I can drop a link here. Katita Oso, welcome in. Happy New Year to you as well. To you and yours. I'm supposed to be joined by Ian here directly, but if anybody would like to jump up here with me and keep me company until he arrives, you are welcome to jump on the link. I'd love to chat with you. What are you guys' thoughts on the new year in metals? Going to be an exciting one? I have a feeling it's going to get, it's probably going to be like some of those fireworks tonight in the metals market here next year. I think we're just getting introduced to the new phase in metals. Got some good headlines to go over here for the metals and thoughts going into the new year. I'm going to try to save those for Ian. But yeah. Okay, so let me check over here. We've got So it's interesting. Usually the spot price on bullion by post usually leads the chart movement in like on these other bullion dealers, but I've noticed here for the last couple of weeks during this heavy interest that bullion by post is trailing APMEX. APMEX has been a good dollar higher, a good 50-60 cents higher than bullion by post here the last week or two, so that's something new. And I'm here and there having trouble. I think we're finally getting down to some actual bullion, some actual physical supply exchange and or lack thereof is starting to affect the price, which is something I've been waiting for a while. So I think we might be getting there. What are you guys hearing in that area? Think differently 3000. Good to see you, my friend. Happy New Year to you as well. Is it already New Year? Yeah, it's already New Year over there in Australia, isn't it? So yeah, Happy New Year. Bellows Force, good to see you. Hope you are well. Indeed. Yeah, so I just dropped a link. If you scroll up a little bit, anybody who wants to jump up here, I'd love to chat with you. I'm supposed to be joined by Ian here tonight. If he makes it in, it is New Year, and I know people can get distracted in these situations. So, hey, Joseph, good to see you. Happy New Year's to you as well. So I'm hearing that there's China, one of the large exporters for silver, is not going to be exporting come next year unless you have like a license. I have no idea how easy or hard that's going to be, but I have a feeling it'll be a little on the harder side, and I think that's going to make a pretty big difference. And they've been running around collecting a lot of different metals, going directly, kind of bypassing the in-between, going directly to mines, trying to secure more volume directly from mines themselves. Arcadia Economics was just talking about that. Chris Marcus. In fact, let me make sure I can show this. I am excited. I got a package from Chris Marcus himself, so I'm pretty excited about that. Didn't think I'd ever be getting a package from the man with the plan, Coach Chris. So, but he was talking about, he had a mine on, I think it's a newer startup mine, Kuya Silver. And even though he's well, to my mind, I don't know all the details, but a little bit smaller of a mine and just kind of starting up, he's already being approached by dealers and countries and exporters and I don't know what all, being asked if he has silver to move. So yeah, I think we're getting down to the physical market finally, which is something new for what I'm used to seeing anyway. I'm used to the paper price just running the show, but we all those of us that think like I do have been kind of waiting for this 5 going on 6-year deficit to show up in the actual physical metal supply and start taking over the market. And also CME Group is reporting that they're going to have record high deficits in the next few years, up to the next 5 years anyway, which with the way the market is expanding, both in Well, I think it's just going to start in the monetary side where people are going to start getting interested. I've been having friends that I haven't talked to in a long time, but have told them about the metals, till I'm blue in the face that we're not interested in what I had to say. And now suddenly they're calling and interested about it. Lots of new faces I'm hearing from the dealers. So I think that the monetary side is just now starting to get interested. But we know whether the monetary does or does not start getting in, the industry is only growing. The demand, the use cases for silver and industrial use are just ever growing. And we're already in this 5-6 year deficit. So the way things are going, I see large upside for silver. And of course, gold. BRICS has launched their unit, and whether the unit be anything or not, we know that they are actually settling out their commodity trades with gold, real physical metals with real value. I think the fake reality that we've been living in for quite some time is actually starting to get forced out by reality. So this could be an interesting year coming up, without a doubt. For me, anyway. Hey, Mr. Happy Stacker, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy New Year. Hope you are well, you and yours. Let me re-drop this link in. Yeah, surely one of you guys wants to come up here and chat with me. Hopefully Ian will show up. Let me text him again just in case. Oh, here we go. Hey, free. Huh? So he texted me saying he is stuck working with clients right now that are in a rush to buy silver. And he says a free troy ounce of silver for all your regular viewers. Up to 15 ounces troy. I'm not exactly sure what that means. A free ounce of silver for all your regular viewers up to 15 ounces troy. Well, I don't know. Sounds like we got at least one free ounce of silver to give away. And then I was thinking I could give a free ounce of silver as well. Let me respond here. So we'll run a few giveaways here in the meantime. Okay, where are we at here? All right, so since he's going to be delayed, who do I got wants to hop up here with me? What do we got? We got Space Miner, Rockamoss, Mr. Happy Stacker, Joseph Lopez, Bellows Forge. Bellows, you want to come up and chat? I haven't had you. I don't think I've had you on my channel yet. You're definitely welcome to hop up if you want. Rockamoss, I'd love to chat with you. Jake's Custom Parts. If you're still in here, grab that link. Think Differently 3000. I don't know if you do the YouTube thing or not, but there is a link in the description. You're welcome to pop on as well. Come say hello and let's hear what your thoughts are for the new year. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do a free giveaway, a 1 ounce silver giveaway. Hey Neil on Dynasty, welcome in. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. Let me see, what do we want to give away here? All right, let's do, I know we got Down Under in the chat. Let's do one from Down Under here. Let me pull this down. Let us see if we can pull up the YouTube giveaway chart. And we'll see who gets lucky on the random comment picker. You got the Queen here. And it's got a couple, that's on the capsule actually. It's a pretty clean coin all around. It is the Queen Elizabeth from year 52 to 2022. So let's see if I can pull up the YouTube random comment picker, and we will run a free giveaway. Just throw anybody that's watching, put some comments in the YouTube chat, and we will run the YouTube comment picker, and we'll see what we have for a winner. Let's see, that's not it. Been a while since I've used it. All right, let me drop the link in here. Yeah, Space Miner, yeah, let's do it. Let me share the screen for the comment picker. Computer is spinning, thinking. All right, we've got it opened. I believe it has grabbed the YouTube page, so we're getting somewhere here. We'll do a few giveaways, a few ounces, maybe some swag. This first giveaway is going to be a coin that comes from the area of thinking differently in the 3000s. The Down Under, the Roo. You got, you see many Roos where you're located think differently, or is that a different area, or are they just everywhere over there, or let me know. Let me know. All right, it's going to start capturing your messages in. 220 seconds. So you got 220 seconds to get your comments into the chat to be entered to win. Good luck to everybody. This will be a good way to start off the new year. And let me kick over a link to Space Miner. I think he said he would jump up, so let me throw a link to him just in case. Any thoughts on the metal gallium? Hey, I got a little gallium right here. Speaking of which, one thing I can say about gallium is that it is a very cool metal to play with. Come on there, focus. I'll fix that here. Gallium. I'm not sure. Space Miner might know a little bit more about it when he comes up. But I can say that it is a very... Wow. My computer says it is doing way too many things right now. Doesn't want to focus very well. But yeah, so this is 20 grams of pure 4/9 fine. And gallium like melts in your hand. It looks like when you put it in your hand, it turns into like a liquid that looks like what do you put in your thermometers? That's that mercury. That's what it looks like. Mercury. It like melts in your hand and it becomes liquid like mercury. It will eat up aluminum. Space Miner was mixing it with aluminum like pop can tabs, and that was making an off gas, and he was lighting the off gas out of a tube, and it was like his own little naturally made lighter. I thought that was pretty amazing. I know gallium has went up since I bought that little 20 grams of it. I would like to have a little bit more because of its unique properties, but how is it going to perform investment-wise? I do not know. I just know it's kind of a fun metal to have. Crafty Stacker, good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you so much the other night for your super chats. That was a lot of fun. Greatly appreciate you. Mercury, yes. Thanks, guys. Bellows, I don't know if you've seen gallium before. Like right here in this tube, it's in a solid state. So if I was to pop the top on this and just drop it onto a plate, it would remain and look solid like it is now. But if I put it in my hand, just that little bit of warmth is enough to liquefy it. And if you drop it like on an aluminum can, it just eats its way through the aluminum can. If you touch the aluminum, it just crumbles. It like takes all of the strength out of it. I don't know. It's pretty cool. Male red kangaroos can be very dangerous. I have heard that. I have seen some attacks from those. Some of their kicks are like crazy lethal, right? Rip you open. Well, you're very welcome, Crafty Stacker. Thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate it. It's always a good time when you guys are hanging out with me. I love the music and having fun with everybody. Did you send me it? I was busy chatting here. I'm sorry. It's on its way. Give me a second. Let me get to it. All right. My computer thinks I'm doing way too many things. That's for sure. It is not happy with me. All right, you should have it now, Space Miner. And then, so are only gray kangaroos. Okay, so gray kangaroos, and they're not as dangerous as the red kangaroos. So are they different sizes too, or just different in aggression, or and are kangaroos pretty much everywhere in Australia, or just the different kinds? That's kind of interesting for me, being I've never been there. Okay, so we got our messages grabbed. Let me share that screen and we will run them and see who gets the first prize of the night. Okay. Oh, here we got Space Miner. Hello, Space Miner. Welcome in. Happy New Year. How are you?
Dude, Happy New Year. We're so close.
We
Think
are
differently lives in the future, but that's different.
Indeed.
Oh man, so Ian's running a bit behind, huh?
Yeah, he is. He said he is dealing with some very anxious customers.
That's cool, man. Good
That
for
is
him.
cool. Exactly.
Yeah, Ian, he'll do business about any time, you know.
Yeah, I think here lately, pretty much all the time, from what I've been hearing, it sounds like he's pretty swamped.
Yeah, good luck getting that from your other guys, though.
Right. Okay, let me pull up.
Yeah, you guys were talking gallium arsenide, huh?
Yeah. Why don't you give us some of your expertise on that metal?
Oh, I would say it's not strictly limited to gallium. Most of the time, it's like a gallium style mixture, like alloy, or it's usually like gallium, indium, tin, and occasionally they alloy in something else. But just for like some kind of like a, if they're alloying in anything else, usually it's like having to do with like sensing under like deep cold. So yeah,
Hey, welcome
dude,
in.
gallium might be the future. Gallium and indium, like might be the future, man, of quantum. It might be a huge part of the future of quantum.
Cool. Welcome in, Silver 1981. Looks like you got about a year on me, if that has anything to do with your birth. Um, I'm gonna run this for. Oh, Sorcerer Stan, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Happy New Year to you. We are getting ready. I'm gonna run this random comment picker for the YouTube chat. I think we got a couple new in from the original commenters, but we're going to run another one, probably maybe a couple more of these giveaways tonight. So stick around and keep commenting in the chat, giving yourself a chance to win. If my computer can handle all the things I'm trying to push it through right now, it's not very happy about it. Okay. All right, here we go, people, on the first kangaroo. This is a 2023 centennial of Queen Lizzie.
Oh, God bless the Queen. Never thought I'd miss her so much.
Right? Yeah, now that we got the old Chucky in there. All right, here we go. I'm going to run this one. Pick a winner. Woohoo, here we go. We have Rakamas! Congratulations, you got yourself a kangaroo.
Awesome, Rocka.
Beautiful coin for A great channel, Rocket Moss. Rocket Moss, do you have any content yourself, or are you just a great supporter to everybody in the community? I know you make your rounds supporting everybody. I think we all greatly appreciate you. I know I do. Let me know if you have your own channel as well, or what it would be about if you do. Rocket Moss.
So is anybody chasing any new metals, new investments this year? Something they haven't tried yet, or maybe just something they want to get back onto? I mean, besides silver and gold, I mean, I'll even take platinum at this point if you haven't started on platinum. Any diversity? What about you, B? You gonna try your hand at anything new this year?
If I can get some money scraped together, I'd like to get me a little bit of bite of that rhenium, to be honest.
It's so accessible, so affordable right now from Ian that it's like, man, I've been kind of gutting that one myself, like watching the price of it go up, going, you could have had that so much cheaper, you know?
Yep.
You know, I think a lot of people get worried about like, well, I can't sell it to like everybody in the world, you know? And and it's like, if I had one guy that I knew that one guy would let me buy it from him and then turn around and sell it right back to him, I wouldn't be upset. you know? When I was a kid, it was like coyote pelts. There was this one guy that would take coyote pelts. You brought him a coyote, he'd give you money.
Dude, we
You know,
used to, yeah, I grew up on a ranch as well and used to do trapping. And yeah, I've done plenty of that. Coyotes and fox and coons and just about all of those types of animals.
Neil's going for a house. Happy's saying platinum, maybe rhodium. Happy, this would be a great time on the rhodium. Just so you know, it hasn't quite run away yet. It's rising fast. Rhodium and ruthenium, both. Neil, that's a big one. A house, dude.
Neil going for the house. Right on, bud.
You know,
Good luck. I hope you get a good one. Works well for you.
how much rhenium would you like to grab as a starter? Like a half kilo, a full kilo?
Of course, I would like a full kilo, but it'd probably be more like a half if I can even scrounge that together. But that would be cool. What about you?
Ooh, man, I don't know. I've been kind of tossed up about a couple different different elements. A lot of my elements, I don't actually, even though they are technically can be a metal. Most of them are, oxides, like a lot of your rare earths. And so, like, I don't really get to call it a metal. If I was to really shoot for a metal right now and it wasn't rhenium, although I really want some, man, I might be jumping on like hafnium right now. Um, just because, it's one of the companion metals of a primary ore. And, with like copper and zircon or zirconium is going to be suffering mining shortages. That means anything that they get out of it, is going to be suffering a shortage too, so maybe hafnium, I've wanted to hit that one
Definitely,
for a while.
yeah. Yeah, I've heard you talking about that a little bit. Uh,
The rhenium, happy? How much is the rhenium? Shoot, what is the rhenium up to now? 4,500 a kilo or 48 maybe? I guess Bee's getting the door.
Sorry, I'm trying to do 3 things at once here. Sorry. Making sure I got Ian's giveaway numbers right here. I don't want to give stuff away that he wasn't actually wanting to give away.
Whenever he was first offering the rhenium, I think I could have got it as low as like 2,400 a kilo, and that was like a pretty dang good price at the moment. And I want to say we're over 4,000 a kilo, like well over 4,000 a kilo now. And so I'd probably be aiming at a half kilo if I was to be able to put it together. If I couldn't quite put together on the half kilo, I might start leaning at some other oddities like the hafnium. I've also wanted to pick up on my indium again, get that fired back up. Niobium, I could probably grab a butt ton more of that and be pretty happy. There's not a lot of affordable like stacking niobium left, like niobium for stackers, so shoot, dude, there's probably not a lot left for stackers thinking about it of niobium. We could probably clear the shelf overnight and be having to order from like major companies and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, like if we went out shopping on eBay right now, a guy with a healthy enough wallet could hypothetically scrape eBay clean overnight, like as a starter. There's some other companies out there, there's a few I shop from, but most of them, all of these metals are rare, man. They're all rare. They're all difficult to work with. They're all difficult to refine, process, produce. That's why this rhenium is such a freaking score. I mean, what is it, like 40 tons or less a year? That's wild.
That is crazy.
Yeah, and then 80% of that being bought up. So what would that be? 80% of 40, be a man 30 35 tons or something around there. 36 ton or something. I don't know. Somebody could do the math for me. You bought a gram of ruthenium? Cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you're depending on how long ago you bought it, dude, you're already up like a significant amount. I'm betting. Let's see, a gram of ruthenium, you're probably up $20, $30 right now from when you bought it. Even if you only bought it in 25, I bet you're up there $20, $30 on your gram.
All right, up next we're going to give away this Silver Eagle from Sunshine Minting, 1 troy ounce. I think we've had a few new people in the chat. I'm going to...
Is it
here we
picking
go.
from
Okay.
both the vertical and the horizontal, or do your vertical
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. Hope so.
Is it a StreamYard thing you're running?
It's a YouTube random comment picker.
Okay.
So I think anything that's going into this stream's YouTube. So I think so. All right, here we go on the number 2 giveaway of the night. Let me add this to the screen so you guys can watch. All right, here we go. Pick a winner. Neil's Han Dynasty. Congratulations, Neil. You have an ounce of silver coming your way.
Nice, Neil. What up, Osmium Connect? Welcome in.
Hey there,
Shouting out
Osmium
from
Connect. Happy New Year.
good to see you drop in. Dang, some silver winners going on tonight. That's awesome. Crafty. Yo, 3D, still listening in. Good to hear. I know most everybody's chasing gold and silver this year in the stacker community.
Hey,
We're all
3D.
focusing on it, I think.
Dude, this year is going to be craziness in the metals. We're going to see fireworks like ain't nothing we seen before.
Yeah, this is going to be a year. A lot of YouTube channels are going to find out how right or wrong they were.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
There's one of those put your money where your mouth is years,
Yes, indeed. Yeah, I'm, go ahead.
No, please, after you. It's been a minute.
No, I was just gonna say, I've been quite happy over this past month or two because for quite some time I was getting kind of called out as a pumper, and don't trust anybody that's saying silver's gonna perform well. Just stay in gold. It's the only thing that people are gonna go into. Silver's dead. But I think that just over these past couple months, it's showing that that's not going to be the case. And just like I've been saying, I think that after gold starts taking off, just like people who are in these markets have talked, gold goes first, and then suddenly silver starts ripping people's faces off as it goes up, as they say. So I'm happy to see that I wasn't leading people astray, and my thought process on it wasn't completely wrong, and in doing so, I've gained probably up close to near double my value, if I am to swap it into gold. So that's not a, like you say, that's putting your money where your mouth is, and having it perform for you. So far I'm happy. And for me, I haven't done any swapping yet, so to be honest, I can't really claim that. Now, I am right on, for someone who does decide to start swapping at this point, you're doing well. But I'm going to carry it further. I say we still have quite a ways to catch on gold. But everybody needs to be convinced in their own mind. Don't just be listening to other people. Look into it for yourself, and that way you don't you don't end up hating other people, and you understand your metal. We talked about that a little last time with Ian, last time he was up here. Is you need to know the metal that you're counting on, that you're trusting in, so that you understand it, so that when you want to get out or swap or switch or so. But yeah, I'm happy. I think, for me, this is what I started my channel for, is to let people know that I think this type of thing is going to happen. And it's a little bit frustrating because now that we see this big move, now I'm like a little frustrated that I don't have more time to stack myself and more time to tell other people about getting in. Because we've had a good move now, although I think we still have probably over double left to move. West Texas Stacker, good to see you. Happy New Year. So yeah, okay. So we've had 2 ounces given away. I think I'll give away a couple easels here and a coin pinger and pointer on the next one. We'll do, and let me drop this down here. So we've had Niels Hahn has got a Silver Eagle from Sunshine Minting, and Rockamos has a kangaroo with Memorial of Lizzie on the back. Congratulations, guys. It's a good way to start off the new year. I'm going to throw up a nice easel here. I will throw in a pointer as well. Whishaw. And we will also throw in here one of these here coin pingers. So yeah, what were you saying there, Space Miner, before I cut you off?
I don't know.
Right on.
I don't know, man. Last thing I kind of remember talking about was, putting your money where your mouth is kind of a year. I can't. Well, we're at a point in this nation. Everything's been so volatilized, that it's going to be kind of hard to have any kind of a fully stable and secure position coming up, and so my instincts, have me laying back on my principles, which is, you either own something or you don't, and that's kind of where I've been for a few years now, just kind of got sick of it and said, I'm either going to own something or I'm not. I'm tired of living in my values, living in zeros and ones and watching life fluctuate around me. And, I don't own nothing for it, and it's getting harder to own stuff. So I think if anybody's like reaching out to secure, whether it be the homes, platinums, the gold, the silver, the indium, I think it's a good sign that people are responding, to reality. And I think that's good to see coming into 26. And I think that's really what we're going to start seeing a lot more of, a lot of grassroots efforts, and big rallies, to self-sustaining. And I think it's time.
Indeed, indeed. Well, ARK Services, good to see you. Thank you the other night for that gift, Tuli. That was so nice of you. Greatly appreciated it. Left in the mail a couple days ago, so it is on its way. Thank you for that. All right, let me zoom in here on this giveaway.
Well, how you been? Life good?
Okay, so this is going to be a giveaway of one LLC easel and a pinger bar and a pinger itself, along with a pointer. So this will be a little bit of a swag giveaway. We'll call this swag number 1.
Dude, I love the pointers, by the way.
Why, thank you. I always get a kick. I stopped over at Dub C's today, was doing a New Year's live, and he was using my pointer and gave me a shout out for it. That's always fun to see.
Dude, that pointer is so loud. Do you remember what wood you used for it?
Yeah, I believe it's the same wood I have right here, which this red wood, which is What is
Dude,
it?
it's so loud. It like makes such a great tapping sound. It's like tap, tap. It's very, very.
Yeah,
I
I
don't know
do
what the
not,
word.
but I can't think of it at the moment. But yeah, no, I really, really enjoy all the different hardwoods. So yeah, all of my different easels, coin pingers, and pointers, all that is all from exotic hardwoods. And I never put any finishes on them, so it is just the color of the hardwood itself showing through. So yeah, Bellows, yeah, I'll include a chapstick and some stickers, and you'll get the whole ordeal in the swag. The swag pack.
My wife loves the chapstick.
The chapstick's a hit, dude. Everybody loves the chapstick. That's a
Good
good one.
chapstick, dude.
It is. And some honey. Yeah, there's honey that will go with it too. We got the little honey sticks I usually send along. So it's a good swag pack. Valuable swag pack.
Oh, and great job on that cylinder vessel, man. That glass cylinder for the
Yeah.
stingers, dude. That freaking came out great.
Didn't it though? Yeah, I gotta get one out to the owner of Alpha here too, because I didn't get one to them, but I gotta get that out along with the COA so they can expect that.
Yeah, I'm doing some COAs. I've been wanting to like do like nice titanium COA, you know, and I'm just so far behind. It's winter. I blame it on winter. I move slow in winter.
Right, right. Okay, swag pack number one that will come along with a what you see here in front of you, along with all the normal swag pack goodies, which include two different stickers. You get your, of course, long lived coins, and then you also get your OS 76. The Osmium sticker goes along with that. I'll include a magnet as well and a lip balm, which is natural beeswax and honey, along with, I believe, olive oil and a couple other goodies. So, and a honey, pure raw honey stick. All right, so let's see what we got for comments ready to pick. I wonder, how do I'm going to try. I don't know if I clear. Are you sure you want to remove previously captured messages that will apparently do all captured messages cannot be? Well, I don't know. I just want to redo it. How do I do that?
Yeah, happy. That is the reality, isn't it?
Oh, okay, I got 12 seconds left. It's gonna re-retrieve some messages and we will run the swag pack giveaway. Let me add that to the screen. All right, we are good to go. Let's pick ourselves a winner. Here we go. Swag pack giveaway number one. Ragamas, I'm going to have to rerun this one, but you're feeling lucky tonight, evidently. You got picked twice already. We're going to do one giveaway per each subscriber. And yeah, let's do, like Ian said, any long-time subscriber. I will do any subscribers, even if you're new here tonight, but you do need to be a subscriber. Greatly appreciate everyone, all my subscribers. I appreciate you for all that you do and all the likes and support that you give. Greatly appreciated. And we're gonna run this again and see who else we pull up. And Niels and Raka, you guys are feeling lucky this year. Niels again. This random comment picker seems to like its previous picks. So Crafty Stacker, congratulations. You have got yourself swag pack number 1 is for Crafty Stacker.
Oh,
You guys don't know Crafty Stacker or Bellows or Bellows Forge as well. Any of these winners here that have just won. So we've got Crafty Stacker, Niels Han Dynasty. Niels got a channel. Go check him out. Go to Crafty Stacker. Give them both a subscription, and also Rockamoss. Did anybody see if he answered? I asked him a question and then I didn't pay attention to his answer. Does he have his own channel? Does anybody know?
Raka, are you a female? Right?
Oh, really?
I thought Raka was a female. That might be my. It's hard to tell on YouTube. Okay,
It
guys?
is sometimes. I don't know.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Exactly.
Like, I don't want to get into the whole she or him thing, but
exactly. Like, I'm neither. I'm like,
yeah. See, that's what I thought.
Go there. What? That's what you thought. What, did you get an answer?
Yep, female.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's nice to know. I did not know
cute
that.
kitty face. So obviously a lovable female.
Nice. Cool. That's cool. All right. Well, so do you have a YouTube channel that you put out content on as well, or are you just giving everybody this great support that you do? Full swag. Congratulations, Born That Way. Good. Thank goodness. Okay. Crafty Stacker, you got a full swag pack coming your way.
Born That Way.
Congratulations. Let me check my texts here.
That joke just leans Philippines or something, you know. Raka, where are you from? Just curious. Where do you hail from? Grayish black, and the ones from China look silver. Okay, Sliver. What you're seeing is differences in how they produce or process the rhenium. Okay, because they can. What you'll have is like sintered, which will be like it's like a pressed heated form, which will look a little bit gray and sparkly-ish. Almost just a bit dark, lustery. And then if you get like a polished bar, if you get like a high center bar or a rolled pressed, then yeah, it'll end up being a little bit more silvery. But yeah, it does almost have like naturally have like a deep grayish kind of a silver to it, like a gunmetal, like a deep gunmetal look. It's really beautiful, polished up. Make great jewelry.
Oh, short for Raquel. Okay, awesome. Thank you for letting me know. No worries. I was just wondering. I didn't want to just blow by without sending people to you if you did have a channel. But thank you so much for your support. I do greatly appreciate it. Yeah. So silver, that rhenium. If you are interested in picking some up, you'll probably find the best prices from this guy right here, Ian Everard of ARK S.G.O. He's got a brick and mortar in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And you can get down to, I believe, single. So I think he said he would even sell by the ounce, or
No, he doesn't. He really doesn't like breaking them because each one come. He got them to break them down into smaller units because they come argon sealed.
yeah, but I think he's got one that he's willing to break down because
Oh, no way, really?
yeah, because originally I know that he wasn't, but I think now he's broke into one so that he can break down into smaller orders. I know you can get down to at least a half kilo, and I think even smaller, but I'm not sure on that. You'd have to give him a call. He's a great guy, he knows all of his metals, so he'd be happy to talk to you. He may be a little bit busy, especially of late, but his number is 307-264-9441, or send him an email at Ian at ARK SGO.com. Right there, scrolling across the bottom of your screen. And he's one of the few connections to uranium for the public.
And if you're gonna go
ahead.
Sintered, is going to be the sintered pellets. It's going to be one of your best options because it's kind of like the go-to metal anyways for the larger operations because they got different alloys and stuff. So if you get it in an already pressed bar, it'll be a little bit, just a tad bit more difficult to liquidate than a sintered pellet would. So,
oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Osmium Connect. He says that he thinks a quarter kilo is the smallest. So between the three of us, one of us will be right. But you'll have to call and ask and see. But I know he breaks it down at least lower than a kilo. So, okay. So, yeah. And man, oh man.
no, rhenium is really cool. 40 tons or less produced a year. 80% of the supply got bought up in 25 by just one company. It's always going to be a desired metal. It'll probably have a very low shelf life. They're already putting out call out orders for it, like meaning like, hey, we need this stuff. If anybody wants to put it forward, we'll absorb it. So who cares if it's only 2 or 3 people in the nation dealing with it? If they want it, they'll pay for it.
And by short shelf life, you mean it's not going to stay on the shelf for long, not that it disintegrates or something.
Yeah, and honestly, with a good deal of these metals, most of them are promised before they ever come out of the ground. They're bought up before they ever come out of the ground, as almost like a futures, and it's actually pretty amazing. Like scandium has, like, as an example, scandium's one of those elements with like no shelf life, so when scandium comes out, it's already bought up and pulled off. Like, they don't have to worry about wholesalers. They don't have to worry about like distributors or nothing. Like, this stuff's in and out. So when you can get your hands on tangibles, it kind of becomes a rare thing to get your hands on it anyways, And so when you start getting big demands in the market, and they'll scrap it from everywhere, they'll pay generously for any tangible,
Yeah, I don't know about which is more liquid, but I do know that the pressed pellets or the sintered pellets are 4 9s or 5 9s or something like that. They're pure. So and in pellet form, pure like that, you're gonna have no problem for anyone who wants it because it's in a pure form like that. If you do want it in bar form, I know that they do make it in bar form because I know he has a bar of it. I don't know if that's for sale or not. I think mostly it's the sintered pellets that are mostly passed around or sold on the market because of industry. I think that's their favorite way to to get it. But you correct me if I'm wrong on that, Space Miner.
Yeah, you're pretty much right, and so is Neil. Pellets, granules are always outside of the oxides. Like oxides are more consumed than the metals themselves. But when you get them into the metals, generally they're just aiming at purity, and
Yep.
and like a lot of them want batch number, to prove purity, you know. And so the pellets and granules usually come batched, like pre-bagged, bottled, or whatever, descripted, sealed, and these are like the go-to for alloys because, like, look, they don't want to have to pull junk out of a bar. They don't want to have to pull other alloying metals out of a bar just to have to put in different ones. It's like an extra step for them. Now, some guys, they don't care. Like recyclers don't care. They'll just pay you for the weight of the rhenium that's in it. So, and recyclers are huge purchasers of this. In fact, it's the majority. I wouldn't say the majority of the supply, but a huge portion of the rhenium supplied to the world comes from recycling. Comes because it's like meticulously. I mean, very meticulously recycled, like in militaries and nations. Like they're very careful to get it all back. And even then, they still need a certain amount of fresh rhenium to dope in. So yeah, the whole point is pellets are pure. They're easier to work with, and they're your go-to if you're going to build your own alloy, anyways. So
Okay, guys, let's try one of these here walking Liberty rounds.
And bellows, I have a 10 carat. I have a 10 carat diamond strung one. I only have those two wedding bands. One's white gold, and one's a 10 carat gold, but it's filled with natural diamond. So those are the only two I have. But yeah, dude, they really do look beautiful in the rings, don't they? The osmium. I thought it looked great with the white gold. I thought it looks great with silver, and I was test fitting it in some platinums, and it looked pretty good with platinum too. So,
All right, up next, we're going to give away a 1 ounce. It's a walking Liberty replica, 3/9 fine round. And we are going to be, this will be number 4. We're going to do a total of 5 since it's 2025. And this will be number 4.
oh wow, Neil, make sure you make some shorts of that too. Let everybody see it when you're done.
All right, let me catch up on the chat a little here myself.
Yeah, it really has, hasn't it, Wes? Happy 26th to you, Joseph.
Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody for sure.
Dude, it's going to be freaking wild. I have no idea I'm going to be completely honest. Like, there's not a lot of projections I want to make on 26 because it's just going to be a show. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it, how to say it any more politely than that. I mean,
I hear you hear fireworks already. Yeah, well, literal or in your head, I think they're going to be there this year. So, yeah, I am personally expecting some big shakeup this year. So supposedly January is a good time for metals. So with this little crunch right now that's going on, I have a feeling we're gonna see some fireworks in this first month.
Yeah, we're gonna be seeing a fight, man. You know, there's been a really big um, push toward the cryptos too lately. I have a feeling they're about to start rewarding some people, to kind of like stimulate that move towards them. Um, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see some major gains in crypto this year, like some freaky gains, you know.
I don't know.
And
I stay clear of crypto myself. Osmium Connect. I would love to get next time you get with your jeweler and are willing to do a live stream. It doesn't have to be long, just a 15 minute half hour, something like that. I'd love to get you guys on for a live again and see what you got going there at the shop.
dude,
So
Bellows, yes, Bellows. You and Osmium Connect should make a connect. He's jeweling. He works with a long time jeweler. I mean, that's your guy right there, dude. That's your guy.
yeah,
Um,
Osmium Connect.
Knackers, welcome in.
Osmium Connect. Reach out to me next time you get a chance to head in there to your jeweler, and if we can do something live, we'll kick out a live on it. I would love to see what you guys got going on here of late. Knackers O'Reilly, welcome in. Good to see you. Happy New Year. All right. Okay. All right, here we go. We're going to do a run our number 4, which is this Walking Liberty 1 ounce 3/9 fine silver round. We are looking at a $70+ giveaway right now. Let me check the price just to see where we're at for the fun of it. We
Well,
got
Knackers, you got the future in your sight. Did we make it through? Are we
70
gonna make it?
$72. Let's shoot for next week, maybe Wednesday. All right, you got it. Yep, keep me updated. I'll plan for it and just send me a text a little early on so I keep it in mind. But yeah, sounds good. All right, here we go. Okay, we're already up. Get over there. And pick winner. Here we go.
Oh no, here we go.
Neil. Oh, I thought I was going to stop on Neil again. Gatita Rockamos. Up. Nope, got to go again. Rockamos again. Think differently 3000.
All
Oh my
right.
goodness. You're over there in Australia. I should have said USA only. I tell you what though, I will go ahead and try and send it over to you. So I'm gonna try to get this one to you. If it becomes a problem or gets kicked back or something, I can't promise anything before because I've tried to send overseas before and I've ran into trouble. So, but I really appreciate all the support I get from you. So I am going to try to make this happen for you. If you don't mind, reach out to my email, longlivecoins@gmail.com. I will need your address. And let me see if I have that.
Yeah, your guys' customs are brutes.
Yeah.
They're hard, dude. They're tough on us.
Yes. So put my
Jake, nice to see you in chat. Yeah, that might
So,
actually be the right. Neil's kind of right. It sounds like the right idea.
what did he say?
PayPal him.
Oh. So, yeah, if you can send me an email, longlivecoins@gmail.com, and I'll need your address. So just let me know there. I'll appreciate that. Keep my eye out for it.
That's funny.
So, think differently 3,000.
I saw Oaxaca the other day, and it reminded me that I need to send him another package. I've been meaning to send him for a while, but I've been honestly kind of dreading it because I'm afraid my stuff's going to get confiscated every time I send it to him. You know,
I
I
know
send
you
him.
can't send like 90% as such. Hopefully, this being a walking Liberty replica of a actual piece of money, but though it's not, hopefully that doesn't cause an issue. But we'll make it work one way or another, and I greatly appreciate you think differently 3,000.
Dude, one time I sent tritium to a particular country without even thinking about it, which is a radioactive gas that's completely legal to own here. Didn't even think about it, man. And it made it in, so it must have been legal. I'm just going to assume. But yeah, man, I got thinking about it later, thinking, oh my goodness, like that was close. Like I should really be more careful about what I send overseas. So,
Yeah, customs opens it up and keeps it, right? Yeah,
uh-huh.
that happens.
Yeah, what are you going to go do about it?
Stick it in a jar of peanut butter.
Fishing weights. Fishing weights. Everything's a fishing weight, right?
Right. TSA does suck, man. Screw TSA. Or did I just say that? Sorry. Okay. Well, let's see. So we've got 4 down. What else should we give away here? We got 1 more ounce to give away. What else should I give away? Maybe the grand finale. Ooh, boy, I can't do that. That's just too much. Too much. So we'll do another swagation, I guess.
Yes. And USPS and FedEx and freaking oops. We stole your package. UPS. Yeah, I call those guys oops. Oops. Stole your package.
Luckily, I haven't had any issues with mail so far, so I'm happy about that.
That's funny, buddy. These guys don't know. How many people are with us?
Silverboy Blues, Happy New Year! Welcome into the Beehive. I hope you are doing well, and I hope you have a Happy New Year to you and all of yours. We have 1 ounce left to give away, and I think I will. Wait. No, we've got 2 ounces to give away left. So we're going to do 1 more swag right now. This swag will just be an easel and stickers and chapstick, and all the normal swag with an easel.
Dude, pizza, welcome in. 3D, still hanging in there, huh?
Yeah, 3D, how you feeling? You feeling better? Yeah, Jake, get get both your avatars in there. You get better luck. You got Big Pizza, Jake's Custom. What else you got? How many other handles you got, Big Pizza? Okay, so swag, which will be stickers and chapstick. All right, number 5. All right. All right, we are going for swag giveaway number 2. And this will be the easel, stickers, chapstick, magnet, the usuals. And my pin's falling apart on me. Okay, here we go again. I've been feeling pretty sick, so I'm just lurking in the background. Man, that thing's been hanging out with you there for a while, huh? Hopefully you get better soon. No doubt.
That's funny.
Okay. I'm gonna reset. I'm resetting tool because I want to know what that does. So now I can start capturing messages again. Oh. 15. All right, we are going to capture the comments in T-minus 290 seconds. And that will be giveaway number 5, swag pack giveaway number 2. I'll be giving away this beautiful easel.
B, you see these 2 gents trying to give away their winnings?
What?
Says I'll donate my win. 2 of them trying to give away. If they win, they want to give it back. I don't think you should let them.
I know, that's just too kind. Anybody going to the fun show in Orlando? Well, I know there's going to be quite a few people there. I don't think I'm going to be able to make it, but I know Aaron Burke is going to not have a table, but be walking the show, so he will be there walking around. Who is it? Coin Guy is going to be there on Thursday, and his son will be there for the rest of the show. What else do I know? That's about all I know.
Neil.
He wants to pick, though. All right, right on.
Really?
Oh, that's cool. Think differently. Neither here in the States, in most states, I guess. Hoping for a crypto Pumo. I don't even know what that is, but good luck.
I think it meant
pump.
pump.
I would love to see that, Silver Boy. All right, let's see where are we at.
Knackers, what are you holding on to that you're waiting to pump? And then what are you going to exit into?
Are you going to be there, evidently, there, Silver Boy? Is that what Me Too means? You're going to be there? You going to have a table?
Are you going to exit into metal knackers, or are you going to just cycle those, or what's your plan? If you get any position you get out of, you got to get into something else, because you might not get back into the one you left.
So no, me too would like to see the whole section. Yeah. You're going to be there, but no, or no, you're not going to be there. Okay, got you. So yeah, I'll go ahead and go over a few things that I was going to go over tonight with Ian. One of them is Samsung has purchased 2 years of needed silver for their phones and whatever else they're using from a Mexican mine directly. I thought that was pretty interesting. Which there's lots of these companies, countries, things like this going directly to mines themselves to purchase either finished silver or concentrate or lots of different ways about going about it. But Samsung has purchased 2 years of their silver supply directly from a Mexican mine, which I find quite interesting. Which to me, hearing about all these different mines getting approached directly tells me that nationalization is probably right around the corner.
I'm sure they paid premium from the Mexican mines because those guys are they're on a curve reserve, right now, where I wouldn't call it a peak reserve, but I wouldn't call it peak mining, but they're strung out between explorations right now. I mean, it could be decades for them
So
to recover.
So Osmium Connect on the mining stocks, and I was listening a bit about reasons why they haven't taken off in performance yet, like the physical market has. At least according to Keith Neumeyer was saying, it takes a little bit of time for the mines to actually capture that profit because they get a bunch of concentrate together and then they have to actually sell it into the market. So and then once they've captured that gains, then it can start being put onto the balance sheet and whatnot. So I think we're just early. I have a little bit of First Majestic, and I have some gold mining through Peter Schiff's gold mining stocks. That's about all I have for paper. But I think that we're going to start to see the miners start performing next year as well. Did you see David Steiner? Yes, I was just talking about that a little bit earlier. That the mines are being approached directly. So let's see. He says David Stein was approached twice from China and India looking for finished silver from Kuya mine in Peru. Yeah, and Kuya said that he wasn't really a finished silver guy, but he was still impressed that he, as this silver up and coming mine, was being approached by several different companies from different countries. So, and I've heard that in other places as well. So, I think the physical is actually finally starting to come to the market. It's starting to be a physical game instead of just a paper game. So, that's
I
exciting.
think we're into our miners and our physicals right now, and
Yeah.
kind of like cutting out the middleman,
Yeah, and these tariffs and restructuring, we're getting down to reality. So it's going to be a different market from here on out, I think.
Look, this is just me. I got a lot of people with their hands in this cookie jar, and I think us seeing like Samsung going direct is just the beginning. Um, the it's the exact same thing we're seeing in a lot of these other elements right now. It's they're going direct with these mines. They're not even hitting a shelf. They're just, look, we've bought it before it even comes out. And so anytime tangible is released, it's going to be hard to get a hold of. It's going to be limited volumes because we're only going to get it after the industry. We're not going to be part of it anymore. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Well, Mackers, I see it. I already have one. It's not a bet, but I said I would take the challenge that it would be break 100 in 6 months. So that's an easy one for me. Um, so yeah, I think we're definitely going to break through the 100 in these next few months here. And I think that that's just, I'm not really interested in moving any metals like most I really am not planning on, if from my understanding of things, I don't really planning on selling back into fiat. I might sell a little bit of it to pay off some bills in like the $200 range. I'll probably, at the gold silver ratio, as that closes up, I'm going to, in slow tranches, swap for some gold as those ratios narrow closer and closer. But I think we're gonna, a lot of people will say, oh, we'll be lucky to get down to 30 on the gold silver ratio. I think that's going to be no problem. So that's kind of where I'm going to start rolling into gold in tranches as it goes. But yeah, we're talking like, $200 before I start getting nervous. So I think we've got plenty of ways to go here.
Yeah. How many other companies are going to see that kind of motion Samsung's making and go, crap, we don't jump in?
Yeah, I mean, Elon Musk was just tweeting about the price of silver, saying it's not good because companies need this, which means that you're looking at the price and knowing that you need to acquire, which will only push the price up, but means that you need to acquire quite a bit because otherwise you're just going to be pushing your own price up. So exactly, this is just going to escalate and escalate. And these mines, China no longer selling out a country unless you have a license, which probably means it's probably hard to get a license. I think they're pretty much going to start keeping, which they do quite a bit of exporting. So this is a new game, I think, in 2026.
Elon owns a silver mine? I didn't know he bought one.
Wow. They all have been for years. OTC and Super Cheap.
Sliver, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that.
Have a good night. If I win anything, pass it on to the next guy. Work earlier. Yeah, well, thanks for hanging out with us, Silver. Hope to see you again here soon. Happy New Year. Should be exciting, so hope to see you soon. Okay, let us look here. We've got messages captured. Let's go ahead and run this swag pack number 2 giveaway. And we will go from there. All right, here we go. Pick a winner. Silverboy Blues. Joseph Lopez. Congratulations.
Did you get that on the first try?
A swag pack number 2 coming your way. Okay, up next, we are doing another Walking Liberty.
So everybody's been talking I've been hearing it all over the place. Copper, big shortages in copper coming. And I've been seeing this in New Mexico for a while. We have some copper mines riddled through the state, and past few years they've been shutting down. Not that there isn't copper there, it's just that they literally can't afford to keep running it. And copper is a huge source of not just copper. We get a lot of different metals out of copper. This is really going to affect us. What was it? I thought I heard it be the other night. You guys were talking about that. What percentage of our silver comes from our copper? There's some crazy amount.
Most of it, a lot of it. I mean, that's kind of its main source. I don't remember the number, but
like 40% or something like that comes from copper.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I bet at least. Okay, we're gonna run the next one here. Let me see where we're at on the.
You're right, Jake. That's where a lot of this is being directed right now. You're absolutely right.
So, well, not just crypto, freaking AI. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got 45 seconds, and we will run number 6, which is 1 ounce of silver, 3 nines fine, Walking Liberty. Number, what is this? What are we at? 4? Walking Liberty, number 4. Okay.
In fact, right now in the northern Middle East, far Eastern Europe, there's huge lack of resources right now. They're really struggling to get enough material to power these, and they're going all in. A lot of these guys are going all in on AI and crypto, and just like they're pumping it for everything it's worth. They don't care because they don't have a lot else going on. Because like I saw somebody else saying earlier about Kazakhstan and whatnot, these guys are dropping their mines left and right. They can't afford to keep running them. They can't afford to keep running traditional industries. Everybody's jumping in on the easy wagon, and they'll figure it out later.
Yeah, so me personally, I don't play in the crypto. You guys do whatever you want. However, I will throw out this little bit of a caveat from me, is that there's been quite a bit of negativity in the crypto market lately, I've noticed. And a lot of these little startup cryptos and side game cryptos, I think a lot of the crypto, I think, is not gonna start performing as well. There might be one more good pump, but I would be careful after that next pump, because I think unless you have, like your XRP, I personally don't think. I think Bitcoin is on its way out. I think people are starting to wake up to that not being much, because I think XRP is going to be the rails that they're going to use probably for the banking. But again, even with XRP, I don't know that it's going to perform as well as people think, even when it gets adopted for that. Like it's just going to be owned, used, and ran by the banking cabal. It's not like you're buying, anything but a rail there. I would just be a little bit careful in some of those cryptos. But I did want to also say in my notes here, so there's a lot of chatter about in the precious metals world about, you know, selling below spot, people not buying, dealers not buying at spot, both complaints, confusion, what's going on. I've noticed too, just over this run up to 80 to even to 84, and then slam back down to 70. When you're getting this much movement and this much volatility, you can expect that your dealers, they're not they you got to understand from a dealer standpoint, they have to have room to move, to be able to, not get sunk themselves. So, if your spot price is just level and stagnant for months on end, then that's when you see the buying at spot, or for premium products, even buying over spot. But when you're getting, $5-10 move days, then, you can't expect a dealer to want to buy at spot from you. I mean, wholesale will be well under that. And when you're moving $2 up and $2 down in like minutes, you gotta protect yourself there. So, but I think that this is also a good explanation on unobtainium, because when you're getting these big moves, when we run up to 80 suddenly and then down to 70 and then back up to 76, suddenly not only are you having to, buy or sell back of spot or just a little above or what have you, that's when people are going to start not wanting to sell themselves. Like when you start getting these really quick, fast, big moves, people are going to want to hold unless it's very profitable for them, because when it jumps up $5 in just a couple minutes, like it did the other night from like 79 to 85. Why are you going to sell that for $2 over when the price just moved $6 in a couple minutes? Like, it makes no sense for you to do that. So that also is where you're going to start seeing the unobtainium come in, where people are going to freeze up, lock up, not want to sell or buy, or so I think we're seeing how unobtainium can come into play quite quickly when this market gets as erratic as it is right now. So, but you gotta figure as a dealer, like, even, I'm tiny, so I don't really count. But if I'm gonna sell, at just a few dollars over spot, I can't even re-up my silver at that price, because I got to reach out, and buy it from a dealer. And so with that type of volatility, that's why you see the premiums rise, and people be scared to buy or sell, because you can quickly hurt yourself buying in and out unless you get a good premium, a good solid move, something that is worthy of your time. The other day I had someone reach out with the night that it went from 79 to 85 in just a few minutes. Someone was asking, what can you get me a 100-ounce bar for? Well, I just directed it through to Ian and said, hey, I got someone, what's your bottom dollar on 100 ounces? And he quoted me, right now I can get one for 8,500. And then like a few minutes later, he's like, no, 8,300. I mean, it's just, bouncing around so fast at that, so I just quoted in the middle, because you don't really know. So I told my friend, I just went in between and said, at this for now, because you don't know, by the time he makes up his mind and gets back in, it could literally be $600 variance in a few minutes. There it was the other night. So, you can't hold that against a dealer, and yeah, anyway, I'll leave that there.
No, I think you're right about that. And again, this comes down to principles of free market. right? And the ability to compete, there you're absolutely right. Like I have a local guy down here. He does 10% off the spot, right? So whatever it is, he's charging you 10% of the spot, okay? But he'll also turn around and sell it right on the shelf at spot, okay? But and he's sitting there trying to time it out to the best of his ability to send it in for milk at the end of the day. And you're right. There was just the other day, he could have been threatened in that very way if he hadn't. He has to be able to reach out, buy this, and put more stuff on the shelf again at the end of the day. And so, no, there's nothing wrong with having like an operating profit. This kind of goes back to like the whole thing with premiums with me. Like when we're talking about should I buy this at that premium? Should I pay this kind of premium? The only question is, well, how bad do you want it? That premium is to get your hands on it. After that, it's still spot price silver, and that's kind of what you're playing against is if am I going to be able to get it again? If I sell it to you at this, will I be able to turn around and still get it?
Yes, and
it really is that simple.
Yeah, and understand, like, it's not like it really is not even not really relevant. It's not really important. And like I will say when you get the big variance like in Silver Eagles or 90% when it's 100% premium, yeah, then you definitely need to pay attention to what's going on in that type of situation. But this $2-3 depending over is like shouldn't even be really thought. It's like it's not a big deal. It's not going to come down to the extra 50 cents or the 50 cents you're saving. If you're doing huge deals, it gets more important, but the few cents back or above is not something to spend all of your time sweating it out and worrying about it. Or we literally went from $28 at the beginning of the year to $85. So like you're worried about that 50 cents that selling it for $30 and it's at 28. Can I handle that premium? Well, it's really a nothing to worry about, nothing to pay attention to.
Well, and I don't worry about 10%. Him charging his 10% too much. Most of the stuff I'm cycling out, I'm doing better nowadays. Now I'm on a 2 or 3 year cycle, compared to like a 1 or under cycle. When I started, I couldn't hold my silver for a year. Whenever I started, couldn't hold it for a year. Then I could hold it for through a year, and then I could hold it for 2 years, and now I'm into a 2 or 3 year cycle with my silver. And so whenever I walk in and pay 10%, that's fine. I still have plenty of leverage under it, plenty of meat on the bone. And
cool.
So like this.
All right. Go ahead.
No, after you.
All right, we're gonna run this next one. This is giveaway number 6. This is for a 1 ounce silver round. This is the 4th silver round. We're gonna give away 1 more ounce of silver after this. So good luck, everybody. Here we go. Neil's gonna have to go again.
Dang, Neil, you should be at the casino, bro.
Stream Elements, congratulations. That's funny. I didn't even know that could be picked. All right, here we go again. Joseph Lopez, I wish I could get you again, but we're doing 1 a night. Silver Boy Blues, congratulations.
There we go.
Good deal, Silver Boy. 1 ounce, 3 9s fine, Walking Liberty round, Silver Boy Blues.
Dang, everybody's turning into a winner tonight.
Awesome. Good deal. You definitely deserve it, Silverboy Blues. Thank you for being such a great supporter of this channel. I greatly appreciate you. Okay, we're gonna do one more ounce, and from there, let's see. I'm gonna have to do something different here for the grand giveaway.
You know, I just want to dive right back in on that, on the whole, you know, what's their duty to you as a buyer? Nothing. They have no duty to you as a buyer. They have no duty to offer you a great deal, a good deal, a fair deal, or a sweet one. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
nothing.
there exactly. Yeah, there's some type of thought process out there like that. You know, I don't know. There's, you should give me a deal. Why? Like, you know,
Now, I could
you
tell
do
you
that
why.
all the time on like on a pizza, and you sit there and haggle over your Subway sandwich that much too. Like it's a business like any other business, and people are, to me, I don't know, it's something weird how all the other businesses, there's no haggling or selling back a spot or this and that, but in this one it's like it's just a whole different world, and it's kind of odd, like it's, I don't know,
Yeah.
something weird there.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like, is there? I might when it comes to that world, like that's how I face it. Like, they don't owe me a dang thing. But you know who's going to get my money is the good business with
Right.
the good business ethic.
Right. Exactly. And that's where good business comes into play, right? Like, you're doing good business. I like this guy. I like going through him, and I like to pay him. That's the other thing. Like, you should, for me, I like paying a dealer that's being a good dealer to me. I want them to stay in business. I want them to be happy to do business with me. And then when the good deals do come in, they're like, "Oh, that guy was good to me. Let me make sure and let him know I'm doing a good deal right now so he can get in on it." That's the type of relationship that, to me, you want to build with your dealers, so that you guys both work together. It benefits both of you that way. That's the way it should be, not just constantly trying to negotiate down so that I'm always ripping you off. Like, that's weird.
Good night, Connect.
Yeah, good night, Osmium Connect. Have a good one. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you soon.
Yeah. Look, I'm pretty notorious for being willing to pay an extra buck to support somebody I like. You know,
Yeah, right? Like, I do too. So,
yeah. And but again, that comes down to competitive business. That's part of the competition.
yeah.
Is
Yeah.
winning over the clientele and conducting yourself properly and ethically and morally. And this is what people want to trust, and this is where they'll put their money where they trust. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah, and it's good to have like good small dealers, because if you haggle people so much on their price where they have to whittle it down to where they go out of business, well, guess what? Now you're going to a bigger wholesaler who doesn't need your business, isn't going to do any deals, and can mark it up now because he's got no competition. So, like, you want competition, you want good friendly dealers. So don't be so hard on your dealers, people. I'm not talking about me, but
and the best price is always going to be found in competition. You
yes,
know, so why should you buy it from that guy for X amount more if you can go to five other doors next door? You know, the more of us that are that Neil's going to go gaw hopping tonight.
he's on a roll already.
They really do, knackers. I mean, these are the guys putting up the risk, right? Um, and it is a risk. Anytime you put your value anywhere, there's a certain inherent risk in it. And there's nothing wrong with risk, as long as it's mitigated responsibly. And it would be irresponsible to yourself and your business to let everybody walk over you like a rug, and destroy your business.
Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't do anybody any good when you go out of business.
Yeah. And it's disheartening to those that want to try to go out there and do it the right way, like, because they see what happens to other people that try it the right way. But I think with moderns, like, dude, YouTube is a perfect example of what we're capable of nowadays. Our communication, our ability to communicate, our cash, to communicate our metals across the country, to be able to communicate with each other directly, look at items, exchange items. I mean, this is where it's at.
Yeah, I would like to take just a quick minute to kind of dive into, and maybe you can help me with this, Space Miner. But since we're on this subject, there people, there's too much emphasis on this in the stacking community, in my opinion. It's just my opinion, but like, we need to keep our eyes focused on the bigger picture and like what we're actually working against, because it seems to me like when the price goes from $28 to $80, and now suddenly you have all the stackers upset at you, like, why are you trying to charge me spot when we're at 80? That's way overpriced. Well, it's not. Firstly, the stackers will all day long rightly say we're not what has a large effect on the market, right? Like,
Right.
we're a tiny percentage of the market, which is true. Now, if this next year we start going back into a monetary metal, that may change a little. But as we've been since I started in 2017 up to now, we need to understand that we're up against the big dogs in the manipulation and the money printer, okay? And when we have no effect on the market. So when the market jumps up to $80, we shouldn't be thinking that we need to sell under that $80. $80. Now you might, for, like I say, you're going to be a few dollars under from your dealer because your dealer has to survive. But aside from that, you don't want to sell way under that. You should be, because we're going against the money printer. That's what you got to keep your mind on and your understanding on. It's not like, oh, you stacker, you're trying to sell me at spot price when it's at $80. Why are you trying to rip me off? Well, we're not. We go by when it drops down to $12 an ounce. We sell there, right? So, like, the spot is what we're following as dealers, and it's not us that's setting the market price. So there shouldn't be this like negativity questioning of, why are you trying to sell me at spot at 80? Well, because that's the spot price and it has nothing to do with us. And this is not a war amongst stackers. This is defending ourselves from the fiat devaluation that is robbing us. So I don't know. I just feel like I wish people would keep in that mind, because it seems like I hear from a lot of stackers like, oh, you should sell that way back of spot because it's not up at 80. That's fake. Well, no, we don't know that. I think it's going to go well beyond that, and it's not in our hands. That's what we're going by. And so, yeah, find your good deal, but don't expect it from others. Keep your eye on the big game at play. And that's the money printer. That's what's going on here, people. It's all about the money printer.
Well, and on that note, um, even the spot price, we have this fictional figment idea that it's like some kind of like a hard number. No, it's the strike. It's the strike between the ask and the bid. There's
Mm-hmm.
still people competing. That's why the spot changes. It's just a middle ground. You know, this isn't the number it's sold at. It's sold at above or below that number every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
That spot price is not the going rate. The going rate is what's above it. When you're buying it, it's whatever is the first order above that spot. That's what you buy. That's why limit orders, are used the way they are. And so, but it's the same way in real life. And so until we own enough of the metal as a public, as the general public, until we own enough of this metal that we are a significant factor in that market, then yeah, we are stuck. Like what was said just a moment ago, we're at their mercy. Whatever it is, it is. What are we supposed to do about it? We just gotta keep accumulating it. Maybe someday we will, like you said. When this moves into a more monetary fashion, it'll be a more competitive price when it's in more people's hands. But right now, it's mostly in the big dog's hands. And this is what they're letting it go for.
For
End of
sure.
story.
Okay. Hey, welcome in, Brian. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and give away number 5, which is this kangaroo. My camera wants to start working or not again. I guess it doesn't. Anyway, it's a kangaroo. Whoosha. We'll try this camera. With Lizzie on the back, memorial again. And this is going to be giveaway number 5. This will be the last ounce given away of the night. So
Wow, man, that's
get
my
your
progenitors.
comments in there. Yeah, this is a big giveaway. This is like $500 giveaway night.
That's freaking wild, bro.
It is.
Well, I'm giving away some osmium tomorrow.
Are you cool?
Yeah, I was gonna call you up, but so I'm not doing anything tonight.
Cool.
Like, I already chose what I'm giving away.
Cool. You're commenting in the right place. And we will wait till we get through this 260 seconds to make sure your comment gets grabbed. And then we'll run it.
You're commenting where you need to be, Brian.
Yep. No, thank you, 3D. Appreciate you. Did you receive I sent a little moolah your way for that package you sent. Did you receive that, 3D? Yes, indeed, Silverboy Blues. So you want to tell us what you got in mind or keep it a secret till tomorrow?
For me,
Yeah.
I was gonna give away to the letter I's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I had some extras sitting around, and there's a bunch about to go into a watch, and I thought we'd kick off the year with a little bit of sunshine.
Cool. A little bit
Yeah,
of sunshine element.
yeah. Just try to stimulate, stimulate the year a little bit, get people interested in looking at other metals. I think, when osmium lands in your hand, anybody that's held the crystallized osmium, man, when it is so much bigger in person. Like you get this, it seems like this little piece of metal, and then you put it in the sunlight. And now it's bigger, and and now you're tracking the price of it, and you're realizing it really is a cool metal, and it's really good for people that have looked at like other metals, like we heard in here earlier, ruthenium and rhodium and stuff,
Yeah.
platinum. If you guys are into this already, man, it's just another precious metal. Just happens to be the rarest of them. So
Yep.
yeah,
Rarest, the coolest, the prettiest, the most dense.
yeah, and so yeah, I just wanted people to start the year with something new. We never get anything new anymore, like really new. And I've always, Space Miner, I've always been real big on like trying to bring something new, so.
Cool. Yeah, and what do you guys think about Asian guy YouTube? Man, taking over the YouTubes. Boy, he's just cranking them out, isn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know about Asian guy, Space Miner?
No.
There's this AI bot that puts up this Asian looking character, and he keeps just coming up with more and more channels, and he is pumping out videos like, one every 5 minutes, and it's just, packed with a lot of good information, but about 20% crazy lies. But it's switched on, like, how they shut our channels off when we say anything about truth. Well, they have turned those AI bots on high, and they're just flooding the silver scene with AI bot videos.
No way, dude.
Yep.
I didn't have a clue.
Yep.
Oh,
Mr. Happy says he calls him Asian Bob.
so wait, this is a real guy that's pumping out a bunch of AI stuff?
Well, nobody knows, but I don't think it's a real guy. I just think it's well,
You
it
think
might
AI
be.
just went nuts?
Well, yeah, AI is going nuts, and I don't think it's just in silver. I think that this is going to be a new thing, but right now it is definitely in silver. You can ask any of the silver commodity, talk channels they're getting bumped off of their normal views because this guy is just taken over the whole airwaves, and they've shut all the other channels, down as far as pushing out their content, and they've just got him turned on high. So yeah, it's interesting. Which is weird because some people are like, well, this is, it's interesting because, he is putting out a lot of like 80% of it is actually really good information and stuff, that other people talk about, and it's good information, and so a lot of people are watching it because it's the algos are just pushing it so hard. So it's good in one way, but it's like, what's the end goal here, and what's the idea behind it, and why are these lies being pumped into it? Is that accidental? Is that just AI's mistake, or is that gonna throw a, knock all these other channels off, and then, take over the airwaves and feed people a bunch of false reality? Or, I don't know what the ultimate goal is.
Yes. No, that's kind of how rat poison works, isn't it? They got to be interested in it to nibble on it. There's got to be enough truth in there to digest. You fill enough of it with propaganda, then you don't know what to trust and what not to.
Yeah, and then when you start telling people, oh, or I did this because I, this, and then you find out that you lose money because that was false information, and turn people off to the metals when, You got people out there working hard to find real good, solid information and get people to trust them. And then you get a bot that just takes over the airwaves in a matter of days and, feeds everybody a bunch of garbage. So I don't know.
Man, I've toyed around with those AIs, just kind of like stretching their limits around, and you can really get those things confused really quick.
Yeah.
Where they'll be talking gobbledygook before you know it, or you can get them to parrot and say things, and it's a really odd system, and the really crazy part is it's completely dependent on its input, which is us. It's all of us,
Well,
asking weird questions, putting information out on the internet, and then and it hears all of these little parts and pieces, and it can't distinguish what itself. It can't distinguish it's almost as if every video it internalizes is 100% truth as it's internalizing it, and only then later does it check against it.
and it has no way to know what to check against, because it doesn't just take people's information like from videos. It has back archive files, and it could be taken from files that are talking about something completely different, think it's one thing and it's another, and enter that in thinking it's got the right information, and there's it has no, like you say, it has no way of knowing or verifying, so it just puts it out as if it's truth when a lot of it isn't. So,
Well, and how many times has AI learned from, like, quote unquote, learned from itself, meaning like it just spit out any garbage that came out of its mouth, and somebody published that as a report, right? And then the AI goes back to feed on it, and it's like, oh, here's this gobbledygook, let me ingest that, which was its very own report in the first place. And it's just like this little feedback loop. What do they call that with microphones and stereos?
right. All right, here we go on the last giveaway of silver for the night. So, hope everybody's ready. Here we go. Jake's Custom Parts. Congratulations, bud. You just picked
Cool.
yourself up a kangaroo. Picked yourself up a roo from down under.
Dude, that's awesome.
I know he said he wanted to choose. And I'm going to write you down. You still here, Jake?
I think so too, Knackers.
Donate it to Brian Kerr. Wow.
Dude, that was super nice of you.
That is so cool of you, dude.
The new guy.
Brian Kerr, if you're cool with that, just reach out to me at, let me throw it up here, longlivedcoins@gmail.com. If you can email me, longlivedcoins@gmail.com, and get your address, and I will get this shipped over to you.
That's really nice of you, Jake. Brian's a good dude.
Yeah, that's awesome, Jake. You're an awesome guy. I got to meet him when I was in New Orleans, and great guy. Got to meet him along with Chris Marcus, and he mods his channel over there at Arcade Economics. Oh, my camera's not working. I was going to show you. I got a package here from Chris Marcus as well that I'm really excited to get into.
That's cool.
That is cool. Well, thanks for being here, Brian. So you have a kangaroo coming your way. Just be sure to send me an email, longlivecoins@gmail.com.
Dude, I love the brands. I think they kind of both carry that same kind of vibe to me.
You broke up a little bit. Can you repeat yourself?
Oh, I said I like those roos a lot, like I like the Rands. They both carry the same kind of vibe to me. you know.
I actually like the Rands a little bit better myself, but yeah, I like them both. To Brian. Jake's to Brian. Thanks again, Jake. And Brian, thanks for being here. All right, well, we got some silver to some people. That's cool. It's a good way to start off the new year. Some swag packs going out as well. Very cool. Let's see. So I was gonna ask Ian where he thought new stackers should be looking. So any new stackers that stumble over this, what's everybody think? If you were a new stacker, let's put it in the chat. If you were a new stacker, where should people be looking? Like, where would you say if you were a new stacker, some new stacker comes up and says 2026, where should I be looking? What would you say? You guys know what I would say.
Like, where should I be shopping, or what should I be
Well,
shopping
where
for?
should you be shopping? What should you be shopping for? What should you keep your eye out? What's a good piece of advice for a new stacker? And yeah, what would American Silver Eagle, Jake's Custom Parts, there you go. Platinum, says Neil, there you go, another good one. Exactly, those are the types of answers I'm looking for. Just, throw out your thoughts on the new products. Raka, thank you so much.
Buy something you're willing to sell. I hate when I sell off pretty pieces that I wanted to keep.
That's a very good point that Space Miner is making. That's something that I do as well. I usually buy, since I do resell a few coins. Mostly I'm just a stacker, but I do offer a few coins to people at times, and so I like to double up on whatever I like. That way I can get rid of one, or like Space Miner says, get what you want for your deep stack, and then make sure that you also have gotten something to cover that, so you don't have to sell the deep stack that you want to. Get some regular 10-ounce bars, 5-ounce bars, 1-ounce rounds, something that is very cheap, as low premium as you can get, but that it won't hurt your feelings to sell it if you need to. So that's really good advice as well.
He says, what about constitutional?
Thank you very much for that, Silverboy Blues. Greatly appreciate you for being the good guy that you are as well. Give me a call sometime. I want to get you back on my channel as well, and we need to touch base. And really appreciate you as well, Silverboy. Silver dimes in the U.S. Yep, that's not a bad one either. Constitutional, exactly. Yep.
I'll be honest here. I'll be honest. I have leaned away from all of the bimetal coinage, and I'm leaning towards pure metals.
You and me both.
This is easier to calculate, easier to prove, and they're just easier to handle in general for me.
Fully agree. I fully agree with that. But I do want to always say, like, especially right now, constitutional is not a bad buy in any way right now. In fact, I would if I wasn't a pure metals guy and doing it for a lot of the reasons Space Miner just said, I would advise 90% right now, because the premiums, unless they've taken off,
great time right now.
Yeah, unless they've taken off in this last week or so, which they might be starting to. If you can still get them under spot or with no premium or very low premium, that's a great buy if you don't have anything backing yourself right now. And that's a good one that you can turn around and sell that won't hurt your feelings. And then you can ride, because that's something that the premiums will probably take off on, kind of like the Silver Eagles usually start to get a premium when there's lots of demand. And that'll happen with constitutional as well. So it can be a really good investment if you get in it when it's a low premium, like right now. But I as well, like Space Miner, I've moved into the pure metals movement. Why haggle with all the questions and problems when you come in and my smelter isn't doing 90% right now, and I'd have to knock off this. And what percentage is that? Is that 92.5 or 97 or like just why go through all that hassle and the headache of being knocked down several different reasons, whatever they may be, over the counter when you're ready to sell it. So
I also want to say quickly, one of the coolest things I've ever seen, though, and I hated Constitutional for like a long time, really disliked it. Until one day I was over at a friend's and he showed me one of his giant bags of Mercs, like the big cloth bank bags, those big tough bags.
yeah,
Man, he had a bag of Mercs that he opened up, and that was like the first time I'd ever seen it like that. And I've always seen them in like singles, but seeing that bag of
big
Mercs,
old
I don't know,
bag of Mercs.
dude, it felt so cartoon to me. Like it was like watching Ninja Turtles eat pizza. I just like I thought it was like one of the coolest ways I've ever seen silver, and like for the first time, I finally understood like people wanting the Constitutional when you can stack it up like that, dude. That is cool. It
Yep.
was really cool. So
No, for sure.
and it's a long lasting move, recognized. Yeah, nothing wrong with Constitutional. Just got to
Yep.
be careful with it.
Yep. Cool. All good comments. And that's pretty much what I had for the evening. So awesome. Thank you everybody for coming out and hanging out on this New Year's Eve. Sorry we didn't get to hear from Ian, but I'm sure we'll get him back in here next time.
Damn, thousand base in Mercs. Sorry if I'm distracting you, B.
No, you're good. My father got silver and gold coin collections from garage. No, garage sales are, if you know what you're doing, especially, I know nickel stacking is really good at that, and he's actually turned on a couple newbie stackers onto online auctions and estate sales like that. We got one guy out there, Chef Stacker. He's got a cool channel. Go check him out. And he goes around to estate sales and he finds the silverware, the coins that people don't know what they are, don't know what to do with them, buys them at a ridiculous cheap price, goes to a smelter, takes out the silver out of his silverware, smashes it up, takes it to a smelter, gets his money out of it. So yeah, there's lots of cool ideas like that you can do to get in the game. Awesome. Thank you for being here, Crafty Stacker. Greatly appreciate you. Rock Moss, thank you so much.
Hey, B, before you toss everybody off,
Yeah.
you want to give away a letter I tonight?
Think we should?
I think we should.
Yeah. All right. Cool. We can do that. You guys want a letter I? Osmium? We'll see if we get any yeses.
If it lands in Australia, you'll just have to be a little bit patient with me.
Right. Yeah, silver flatware as well, indeed, yeah.
But
yeah.
Just so you know, customs is good for Australia. I can get that right into Australia.
Yeah, that's one thing that's nice about the Osmium is customs is usually not the problem. Can we all play? For sure. Anybody that's commenting in the comment section. We got a yes and a can we play, so it sounds like we're in.
One rule though.
You
can't donate it off to the next guy. You have to, if you win it, you have to win it.
Okay, winner accepts it. No giveaways. Cool. Started as a stacker, but like collecting too, and that is very common in the stacking industry. everyone, they come in really strong. I don't, and kind of me too, I must admit. Like, oh, I don't care about any cool coin design or nothing. You're like, does I don't care. All I want to do is stack weight and bottom dollar pricing, and then after you get a stack going for a while, it's just pretty soon you're like, oh man, I do really like that one. I guess I will, collect this one thing, and pretty soon you're a full on collector.
Right.
All right, cool. So we're gonna do another. We're gonna do some osmium from Mr. Space Miner himself. So cool and generous. I'm glad we had him up here because he's that type of guy. Gonna make it happen for you.
Yeah, I think, just to kind of say thank you to you, TheBee, so you better put yourself in it.
Well, awesome. I appreciate that.
And then
very cool of you.
I guess it might be what, Stream Elements? I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, right.
But no, thank you to all of y'all. You guys are an awesome chat, and all y'all are always here, and we really appreciated having you guys this year. This has been it's been super awesome to really have like a real community, and you guys are a real community, and you act like it. So,
and next year is going to be rewarding for us. I think it's going to be an exciting year. We're going to finally have a little bit of fun. I think.
Yeah, this can be a good year. It's going to be a good year.
It is. I think so. Good and bad. I mean, none of us want this to happen, but since we know it's happening, you got to have as much. That's kind of why I do my spin and bins, is because this is kind of a depressing thing, that we're having to go through this. But once you have the knowledge, all you can do is what you can do, and trying to put smiles on people's faces and lift up their spirits and help them get through this time so we can all be stronger together as a community. That's kind of part of what we're doing. So,
hope for the best, expect the worst, and
we're
going to get through this.
Prepare for the worst, and then we'll be able to handle it the best. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No knee jerking this year. No knee jerking. All right.
Jeff Crumpler, good to see you. How you doing?
Just in time too, Mr. Crumpler.
We're getting ready to give away. We just gave away 5 ounces of silver, a couple swag packs with some.
Look at him coming in talking about rhodium, my man. But yeah.
Easels and coin pingers and pointers and all kinds of stuff given away here tonight. And our grand prize now for the night is going to be a letter I in the crystallized osmium, coming from Space Miner himself, being so generous. So yeah, good timing.
All right, that's good attitude, Knackers.
All right, you ready to go? You ready to do it?
Let's do it.
All right, here we go, guys. And then we'll wait for 7-6 after this grabs these new messages that just came into the chat here. We'll give it 2-1. All right, 19 new messages. Here we go, guys. Picking a winner.
You sure everybody's in?
We're in.
All right.
Jake's Custom Parts, we got your. Oh, now what are we gonna do? Because he did win once, which kicks him out, but he did give it to somebody else.
No, it was the rule, man. It was the rule.
All right, Jake. Looks like you got a letter I coming at you.
Hey, Jake. All right, buddy.
Right on. Very cool.
I'm happy. And hey, guys, I'm gonna come online tomorrow, and I'm gonna give away 2 anyways. So.
Awesome. Yeah.
If you guys want another dip at that, stop in.
Yeah. So drop your.
Yeah. Can somebody do that for me, actually, please? It's Space Miner 5000, the number 5000. Space Miner 5000 at gmail.com.
Somebody go to his channel and drop the link in there.
Oh my goodness. I'm here. Let me see if I can get in here. I just don't want to accidentally
I'll do drop
it. Real easy. If I just.
I got you.
Normally I'm on my computer, so.
I got you.
All right, thank you. I appreciate that. SpaceMiner5000 gmail.com.
That's his email. This is his YouTube channel link. Go click on that YouTube channel link. Go subscribe to him and get yourself another letter I in tomorrow's giveaway. What time you going live?
I don't know, man. I'd like to probably do it towards the evening. You
Hit the
know,
bell so you get notified.
yeah, I'll try to put out a notification early. So no, you have to wear an earring from it, Jake. Yeah. So well, I'm happy you won it, Jake. That's cool,
Me
and
too.
congratulations to everybody else from Bee's generosity. Thank you, Bee.
For
So, of
sure. Thanks for popping up with me and helping me out.
course, man.
Awesome, guys. Yeah, you're already subbed. Thank you so much. You're awesome, Rockamos. And yeah, Jake, thank you. You deserve it for all your help. You're helping everybody all the time.
Yeah, Jake, you're everywhere, dude. It's pretty awesome. All you guys are.
Yeah, everybody here is awesome. That's
No,
what.
this is a really, dude. We've got a great community here. We really do.
Yeah. Cool, guys. Awesome. Well, I'll let you go. I know there's lots of people out there streaming tonight, so thanks for hanging out here with us for a little while. It was a lot of fun. I got a lot of stuff that I want to do next year, and so yeah, stay tuned. I think we're gonna have a good year next year.
Oh yeah,
So
it's gonna be good. It's going to be good. We're gonna make it good.
we're gonna make it good. I agree.
Yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. So thanks again, and we will be back soon with more. I put a really fun video out with Aaron Burke just today. Usually we're talking on ancient coins, and it went from ancient coins and kind of molded into modern today's where we're at today in our financial system, and he gave his 2 cents on what he thinks is going to happen with our monetary system. I was quite impressed with his knowledge on that and what he thought about it, and so I'd love it if you want to go check that out. And yeah, we got a lot of other great stuff coming soon. We got Space Miner coming on tomorrow to do some more Osmium giveaways, so definitely stay tuned for that. And with that, we will catch you all on the next one. Thanks, everybody.
Later, y'all.
Happy New Year.